欢迎各位信友参加今天的佛法开示，让我们一起礼敬西亚多三拜。请大家恭敬听法，不可戴帽听法，不可抱膝听法。
是。Okay, ready. Let's start our Dhamma discussion by reciting Namo Tassa 3 times. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Today, Paññāvudhena Satta Bhikkhu Vottu, the story of 500 bhikkhus from DHAMMAPADA. Kumbhūpamaṃ kāyamimaṃ viditvā nagarūpamaṃ cittamidaṃ ṭhapetvā. Kumbhūpamaṃ kāyamimaṃ viditvā nagarūpamaṃ cittamidaṃ ṭhapetvā. Yodhetha māraṃ paññāvudhena jitañca rakkhe anivesano siyā. Realizing that this body is as fragile as a clay pot, and fortifying this mind like a well-fortified city. Fight out māraṃ with the sword of wisdom. Then, guarding the conquest, remain unattached. This stanza, this Dhammadesana was taught by the Buddha when he was living in Savatthi city, with the reference to 500 bhikkhus who practiced meditation diligently. And one time, there were 500 bhikkhus in Jetavana monastery in Savatthi city. They learned the practice of meditation up to Arahanta stage from the Buddha. When they know how to practice meditation until they become Arahanta from the Buddha, then they went to the Himalaya mountain site to practice meditation. Then they went to, 100 yodhetha, many miles far away from Savatthi city. Then they reached one very big village. Then they went to this village for food. When they were searching for the suitable place for meditation practice, then the villager invited those 500 bhikkhus to their village, their houses. Then they also provided a lot of food for bhikkhu sangha. Then after the meal, they asked the 500 bhikkhus, Bhante, where are you going? We are searching for the suitable place for meditation practice around this area. Or then don't find here and there, you only just stay in our village. Then we will provide the suitable food for 500 bhikkhus. Then they also accept their invitation. Then, after, please spend wasas in this forest monastery nearby our village. There's also very thick forest nearby in this village. Then they also build the kuti in this forest for 500 bhikkhus. Then they also serve with the food for 500 bhikkhus. Then after having the meal in the village, then they went to the forest monastery to practice meditation. Then, when they are in the forest monastery, sometimes they also practice meditation in their kuti. Sometimes they also practice meditation under the tree in the forest. At that time, what happened? 500 bhikkhu has very powerful sila, very pure sila. Their sila are very pure. That is why I'm very powerful. There are also the deva, 3 deva who are living in the forest, especially on the tree, together with their family members. When the 500 bhikkhu came to the forest, then some they stay under the tree, lower than them. Then because of power of bhikkhu's sila, then they cannot stay on the tree. Then they get down from the tree together with their son and wife together. They thought, those bhikkhus came to our forest to stay only just for 1 day. Then after that they will leave. Then after practicing meditations 1 day and 1 night, then next morning they went to the village. Then after having the meal in the village, then they returned to the forest to practice meditation again. Then the deva from the forest thought, we thought Venerable will leave from the forest after staying 1 night. But they came back here again. Maybe they may have some invitation from the village for tomorrow's food. Maybe after tomorrow, they may leave from the forest. They will go back to their place. They thought like this. But Bhikkhu Sangha also continued to stay in this forest. They spending wasa, no? They are spending wasa according to invitation of villager. The first wasa. Then if they spend wasa in the forest without kuti, they cannot spend wasa under the tree. That is why there will be small kuti in the forest. Maybe the villagers offer those small kutis in the forest. Then when they are practicing meditation there, then the deva also cannot climb up the tree. Their mission is the tree, is it? They cannot stay, they cannot live in their mission on the tree. They only just stay on the ground together with their family member. The next day also the same way, they went to the village for anspu. After they returned to the forest, stay there. Then in this way, maybe the deva thought, maybe those 500 bhikkhu will stay in the forest for 3 months for rain retreat. We are also living on the ground. We cannot climb up the tree. We cannot stay in our mansion. If we stay on the ground together with wife and children, it will be troublesome. We cannot bear for 3 months to stay on the ground. Then we should make the bhikkhu run away from the forest. Or they decided to make the bhikkhu run away from the forest. Is it? Then what happened? When the bhikkhu are practicing meditation diligently in the forest, night and day, not only a few hours. How many? 24 hours, only just a few hours practice, not enough to be successful in meditation. Is it? It should be around 8 or 10 hours a day, or like this. Then they also practice meditation in this way, the whole day, the whole night. Then what happened? Then the deva show their fearful appearance. Sometimes only just body without head. Or sometimes only head without body. Sometimes they also make very fearful voice, demons' voice, etc. Not only one time, not only one day, many times. Not only one deva, many deva also show to all bhikkhus. Then what happened? Then because of this fearful appearance, ugly appearance, fearful voice, then bhikkhu sangha cannot meditate well. Then they cannot concentrate on their meditation objects well. Then slowly, they also got some kinds of disease. Some are sneezing, some are coughing, etc. in their body. Then what happened? Only just they stay about 2 weeks during the first vasa. Then they have one time gathering times. Is it? Then they gather together in one place. Then Mahathera asked them, at the beginning we stay in the forest. Your complexion, body is quite healthy. Now become thinner, and then what happened? When they meet each other, they explain, I'm experiencing the fearful appearance every day. I also saw sometimes the body without head. Sometimes only just head without body. Sometimes I also heard the fearful sound. Because sometimes I also smell very ugly smell. Is it? Because of this reason, we cannot concentrate on our meditation objects well. We cannot attain any concentration here. That is why now I am afflicted with the sneezing. I am afflicted with the coughing. Is it? Then what happened? They cannot, very noisy, the whole forest. Then they cannot concentrate on the meditation object. Then when they experience, not only one bhikkhu, all 500 bhikkhu are experiencing such kinds of problem in the forest for 2 weeks. Then they discuss each other. Okay, if we have such kinds of difficulty in the forest, we cannot attain any concentration. We have 2 vasa. Now we just spent the first vasa. Then we still have to spend the second vasa. We are still available to spend for the second vasa. Then we will return to Jetavana monastery to spend vasa there. After 2 weeks practice in the forest. Then without informing the devotee, the villager, they went back to the Jetavana monastery. Then they met the Buddha. The Buddha asked, why you return here? Then they also explained, Pandit, when we were practicing meditation in this forest monastery, we saw many ugly and fearful appearances. We also had many fearful sounds there. Because of this reason, we cannot practice our meditation peacefully. Then we didn't attain any concentration there. That is why we decided this place is not suitable to stay to practice meditation. We should leave the forest monastery. That is why we return to the Jetavana monastery. Then the Buddha reflects whether this forest monastery is suitable for those 500 bhikkhu or not. Then the Buddha saw this forest monastery is suitable for those 500 bhikkhu. Then by staying, by practicing meditation in this forest monastery, they can become arahanta. The Buddha saw these conditions. That is why, oh no, this forest monastery is suitable for you to practice meditation there. You should go there. No one day, we dare not to go there. According to our better experiences, we dare not to go there. No. You went to this forest monastery the first time without bringing any weapons. You should bring the weapon, good weapons. Then you don't need to worry for anything. What is the weapon? I will teach you the weapon. I will give you the weapons. What is the weapon? Oh, weapon is a metta. The Buddha taught to, those bhikkhu by reciting metta sutta. Karaniya matha kusalena yanda sandam padam ampi sameja sago juja suhu juja suvajo jasa muru anatimani. The whole metta sutta. The Buddha taught metta sutta to those 500 bhikkhus. And as you know, what are the weapons? Metta. Okay, you see? Metta sutta briefly. There are 11 ways of sentence metta, loving kindness, in accordance with the metta sutta. You know, sending loving kindness to all beings is one group, one thing in this metta sutta. Then to sending loving kindness to all beings by dividing two groups, another way. Sending loving kindness to all beings by dividing three groups, or altogether, all beings together, a pair of beings, and three sets of beings. And this way need to send metta to beings, according to metta sutta. Okay, the first way, may all beings be happy physically, mentally, and free from danger. Pay attention all beings together in your mind. Then sense metta to them. May all beings be happy physically, mentally, and free from danger. What is this one? All beings together. Then, number two, divide into two groups. May the pair of frightened and unfrightened beings be happy physically, mentally, and be free from danger. Frightened and unfrightened beings. Anagami and Arahanta, they are unfrightened beings. The rest of the beings are frightened beings. Frightened beings. In this way, you can pay attention and sense metta to them. Then number two, may the pair of sent and unsent beings be happy physically, mentally, and free from danger. This one, sent and unsent. You can see some beings, some you cannot see. Then in this way, you can divide into two groups of beings. Then number four, may the pair of far and near beings be happy physically, mentally, and free from danger. You can divide all beings into two groups, far being and near being. Far, for example, the being in the monastery, they are close to you. They are near being. The rest are the far. Or the being into your country. In your country, they are near, the other country far. In this way you can divide. The human beings are near, the Deva are far from the Deva realm. In this way also you can divide. Then you can sense metta to them. Then number 5, may the pair or arahant and the other beings be happy, physically, mentally, and free from danger. Or arahant means, arahant, this one said, they have no defilement, there will not be any life in the future. That is why arahant and the other being then divide into 2 groups. Then number 6, may the set or 3, then all beings divide into 3 groups of beings. Number 1, tall being. Number 2, short being. And number 3, medium being. Not too tall and not too short being. Is it? Even human being also sometimes tall, sometimes some person short, some are medium. In this way, the other being also in the same way. Then, for example, snake are long, short. Then dog are short. In this way, also can divide into 3 groups of beings. Then sense metta to them the same way. May the set all 3 tall, short, and medium beings be happy physically, mentally, and free from danger. Then number 7, may the set all 3 large, small, and medium beings be happy physically, mentally, and free from danger. This one is a large being, very big being, small being, very small being, the medium being. In this way, we can divide into 3 groups of beings. Number 8, may the set of 3 fat, thin, and medium beings be happy physically, mentally, and free from danger. Then you finish sending metta to a set for 3 beings. Then another one, may no one deceive another. Is it? May no one deceive another. Then another one, may no one despise another. Then 11, may no one wish for suffering of others or suffering of another. Then this is also sending metta. Altogether 11 mode of metta, 11 ways of sending metta. According to Metta Sutta, the Buddha taught to them. Then they got a weapon. The Buddha gave these weapons to them. Is it? Then bringing metta weapon, they went to this forest again, according to Buddha's instruction. Then before entering into this forest, all 500 bhikkhu together recite this Metta Sutta carefully with a loving kindness mind. Especially Deva who are living in this forest. Then, because of power of metta, when the bhikkhu, 500 bhikkhu came to the forest, all Deva has metta to the 500 bhikkhus. They don't get angry like before. Then, as soon as they see 500 bhikkhu, then they welcome, Bhante, please welcome to our forest. They also take their bow and rope, not like before, like Samanera and Kappiya. Is it? Then, Bhante, you are very tired. You came to this forest far away from. Then they also do massage. Sure, the commentary say in this way. They also do massage. They also prepare the hot water, etc. To take shower and to drink. Then they also protect the Bhikkhu Sangha from many various danger like tiger, etc. Is it? Oh, the time with the protection of Deva in the forest, 500 Bhikkhu practice meditation diligently. Then they also, especially metta, according to this metta, so that they practice metta meditation. Oh, they attain up to that jhana state of metta. Or based on metta jhana, they also practice vipassana, step by step, systematically, successfully. Then what happened? Then here, what they are reflecting on is here. That they attain metta up to that jhana state according to metta suta's practice. Based on metta jhana, they also continue to practice vipassana. Then they reach the immature stage of vipassana. For example, samasana jnana stage. Then half of the udyabhya jnana stage. This is a tender vipassana stage. Immature vipassana stage. Or they reach up to this vipassana stage. Then, based on this, they also maintain this immature vipassana and practice regularly. What happened? Then later, their vipassana knowledge become mature like this. Then how is their practice? When they are practicing in this way, when they are contemplating on their body, especially maybe body me like 5 khandhas, internal 5 khandhas, especially internal 5 khandhas, based on metta jhana, then they have vipassana knowledge. How they reflect? Oh, this 5 khandha is very easy to fragile, is it? Fragile, very easy to break, like the clay pot. They also saw this condition in their body. Then they contemplated in this way. Or when they are reflecting on, contemplating on their 5 khandha in their body, then they also have vipassana knowledge. That time, the Buddha also understood their vipassana condition. Then the Buddha released his, this 6 color rays lights to those bhikkhu. Then the Buddha gave these answers to those 500 bhikkhu. Then they feel the Buddha is giving this orders to them by sitting in front of them. Is it? Then what are they? Kumbhūpamaṃ kāyamimaṃ viditvā nagarūpamaṃ cittamidaṃ ṭhapetvā yodhetha māraṃ paññāvudhena jitañca rakkhe anivesano siyā. This stanza was given by the Buddha. Kumbhūpamaṃ kāyamimaṃ. Kumbhūpamaṃ, realizing that this body is fragile as a clay pot. Very clear. This body is very easy to break, like a clay pot, fragile. Is it? They are a group of 32% of the body, but easy to break, easy to disappear. Nagarūpamaṃ cittamidaṃ ṭhapetvā. Then you should make your mind here, fortifying this mind like a well-fortified city. Although the body, rupa, is very easy to fragile, but you should make your mind to be strong with the vipassana knowledge. If possible, up to mega flat knowledge. Is it? Then what happened? Yodhetha māraṃ paññāvudhena. Yodhetha māraṃ paññāvudhena. Fight out maras with the sweat or wisdom. You have vipassana knowledge, vipassana wisdom. Or if you attain mega knowledge, then mega jnana. Then you can fight with the mara, kilesa mara me, the kilesa, defilement. Then you can conquer those defilements because of your mind is very strong in fortifying. Is it? You already make your mind well-fortifying city. Oh, that is why. Jitañca, rakkhe. For example, you practice meditation, here, metta meditation, you attain up to metta jhana, then you already overcome the defilement, the nivarana. Nivarana cannot appear easily in your mind. Your mind becomes fortifying, like fortifying the city. Is it? Fortifying, becomes strong. Not easy to penetrate. The defilement is not easy to penetrate in your mind. Is it? Oh. Then based on this concentration, then you also practice vipassana, contemplating as nature, dukkha, anatta. Then your vipassana knowledge is also destroying the defilements slowly. Then defilements become less and less in your mind. Is it? The jitañca, rakkhe. For example, you already overcome the defilements by attainment or jhana. The nivarana hindrances cannot appear easily. But you need to maintain this concentration, not to despair, not to drop down again. If concentration disappears, nivarana will appear again. But if you have concentration, because of power of concentration, nivarana cannot appear easily. But you should maintain your concentration, not to despair again. Then based on concentration, you also practice vipassana. Then you have dharuna vipassana, 10th vipassana stage, 10th vipassana knowledge. Then you also need to maintain this 10th vipassana knowledge. How to maintain? Awasa sapaya, stay in suitable monastery, suitable kuti. Udu sapaya, you should also stay at the suitable weather. Bhojana sapaya, you should also eat suitable food. Bhogala sapaya, you should also associate with the suitable persons, not to fight each other. Dhamma savana sapaya, you should also listen to the Dhamma which can motivate, okay, encourage your further practice. Oh. When you during the practice of vipassana, you should enter into jhana, here in metta jhana. Imagine from metta jhana, you should contemplate those sankhara dhamma with the pure mind. Then what will happen? In this way, you are guarding, you are protecting your 10th vipassana knowledge, not to drop down again. Then it will become further and further. Anivesano siyā. Analayo bhavaya. You should not have attachment to your jhana, especially here metta jhana. You know, when you are entering into metta jhana is peaceful. That is why you delight in metta jhana. Based on metta jhana, you don't practice, you don't contemplate vipassana. Don't do like this. Don't waste your time only with metta jhana. Based on metta jhana, you should also continue to practice vipassana. Then me like this, is it? Here in the example, when they are fighting with the other enemy army, then some commander are fighting with their weapons. At the top of the army, they fight diligently, is it? Then after fighting for some time, then they become tired. Maybe they also don't have the weapon anymore. At that time, what happened? They return, they retreat behind the army. Then they also drink the water and eat some food. If necessary, you also take shower, take bath. Then you have energy again. Then you also collect the weapon. Then go and fight with the enemy army again. Or in this way, you will conquer the enemy army. Is it? You will conquer the enemy army. In the same way, based on concentration, you practice vipassana. Or you have 10th vipassana knowledge. You also destroy some defilement slowly. Then when you practice vipassana, then after practicing vipassana for some time, you will become tired. When you are tired, okay, you should stay in jhana for some time. Or emerging from jhana, you should practice vipassana again. Or in this way, is it? Jhana is like, the background army. Then vipassana is fighting with the enemy, like commander. In this way, is it? Or finally, you reach up to higher level of vipassana knowledge. Then finally, you realize nibbana, you attain megaphala nibbana. It is one, is it? The Buddha encourages you, don't have attachment to even the jhana. Yeah, jhana is to practice vipassana meditation. Don't waste your time by staying in jhana only. Based on jhana, continue to practice vipassana to completely destroy the defilement. Then when you realize nibbana, then respective knowledge, mega knowledge will completely destroy the respective defilements of those that instructed in this way. Then at the end of the stanza, the 500 bhikkhus also became arahanta together with patisambhita jnana. Is it? Okay. Then after that, then after finishing this process, then they do viditvā. Then they return to Jetavana monastery. They have very good weapons, metta weapons. That is why if you have kinds of disturbance during the practice of meditation, don't forget to sense metta to them. Okay? Then sometimes maybe unseen being is disturbing me, but how to do? I also suggest them to sense metta. Maybe they only just sense metta for some time after they're thinking about many things. Then their metta is not powerful. That is why maybe unseen being disturb them. Maybe like deva or sun deva, is it? That is why you are living in the forest. That is why there may be many different kinds of deva or unseen being, etc. Then if you don't have metta, even if you are fighting each other, then they will also will fight with you, is it? Will disturb you. How they will protect? Then sense metta to them, sense metta to each other, then they will also will help you. Then you don't need to fight each other also. Then you will be able to practice meditation, then you will attain concentration easily. Then based on concentration, then you can continue to practice, then you can attain megaphala nibbana, like these 500 bhikkhu in this story. May be able to practice to attain nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Sukhi hotu nibbana pasya hotu. Sadhu anumoditapaṃ.